All right, thank you very much, Janice. Well, a lot of you may have student loans or have kids with student loans, so what is the best strategy in repaying those? There actually are some strategies to do this. Stewart Welch joins us with some answers, because I know some people might hear that, well, the best strategy is just, start paying it back, but there are some ways to do it so you don't struggle as much, right?
Well, there are. I think, you got thousands of students across the country that are graduating, and 6 months from now, the federal government's going to come knocking on the door and saying, start paying. And the job market's still pretty tough. I know y'all got somebody coming on and talk about job fair, which is, looks like some really great ideas.
But if you don't have a job in 6 months,
if you don't have a job, or if you get a job that's making a lot less than what you thought you were going to be making, the standard repayment loan, which is over 10 years, may end up looking pretty tough. So you have the good news is you got lots of options. The bad news is you got lots of options. And it's complicated.
We'll tell you why.
And I think if you make a mistake, if you want to be really careful in making your choices here, because if you make a mistake, you eliminate some options in the future. So just a real quick rundown. Your standard repayment option plan is a 10-year fixed income, but you can go to a graduated repayment plan. It starts a lot lower, but every 2 years it ratchets up. Again, it's over 10 years. And so at the back end, it gets to be a pretty big number. So you'd only want to do that if you got, a job you're pretty confident your salary is going to be growing.
Yeah, because the thinking there is the older you get, the more money you're going to be making, right?
That's exactly right. You're hoping that you're on an upward plane there. There's an extended repayment plan, which is fixed payments for up to 30 years.
Ooh, wow.
And then you move into this whole thing called the revised pay-as-you-earn plan. And so those are oriented toward discretionary income. So if you don't get the job you hope for, and it's you're getting a lot less pay, that may be the place to go. And there are like 4 options under there. So
well, I was going to say, if you choose that option, is that one of the gotchas?
It's not one of the gotcha. It's one of the ones that's, I think the gotcha may be under the consolidated. So you have a bunch of different loans. I'm going to consolidate them. Then I think you run the risk of limiting your options as you go forward. And then we don't want to forget there's a public service loan forgiveness option. So if you work in a certain sector, you can actually have those loans forgiven over a period of time.
Like forgiven, like the debt forever?
Yeah, it's like forgiven. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting program. So lots of options.
Lots of options, but I know also there's so many of them you can actually pay them while you're in school. It's small amounts, as little as really $25 to at least knock down some of the interest until it starts kicking in. Right?
You can. So the takeaway is don't do anything until you've actually looked at all your options, and then there's a website, studentaid.ed.gov. It's got a lot of information.
All right, we'll provide a link to that too on the WBRC News app. How'd you do in the fitness challenge, by the way?
Fitness challenge, lost 13 of my 15 pounds.
Awesome.
And so, my clothes all fit, so I'm not going to have to buy a new wardrobe. My love handles are almost gone.
All right.
And I'm going to keep going. So I'll keep going for sure till I get to 15, and then actually I may set a new goal for another 10.
Sounds good. And